Hey everybody, it is Ty. How are y'all doing tonight? Let me get myself set up here and so I can look at the stream. Hang on, and I probably need to tell Mr. Chalaki that I'm live. He's not going to be with us tonight. If y'all can see, it's just me and me. Let's see here. Hang on, y'all. I hope everybody's having a good night. Let me tell him. Make him feel like I'm sad. Where's that sad face? All right. So let me get myself set up on YouTube as well so I can see the screen. I think everything is good though. It's looking good on here. All right. So did we all watch Real Housewives of Potomac last night? It wasn't a whole lot, in my opinion, to the episode. Let me see. Hey, Slick, how are you doing? Thank you for coming. Who else is in the house? Let's see. We got a lot of people popping in and out. Okay, thank you, Alethea. I appreciate you for coming. Lady B came in to welcome everybody. Let's see. Then we had Lakeisha. Hey, Lakeisha. Thank you for being here. Lakeisha's in the house. And Slick, how are you doing? It's good to see you. Let's see here. Who else? Okay. Alethea, thank you popping in and out. And did I already say hi to Lady Yana? Hello, Lady Yana. All right. So did y'all look at the episode last night? We'll give it a couple minutes, let some people come in, but it wasn't a lot to it. I won't exactly call it a filler episode, but it's definitely like they're setting us up for the next thing. And let me go on and put, in case anybody wants to call in and talk about it with me, feel free. We'll probably go for about an hour tonight. Mr. Is it Filt Garth? How are you doing? Thank you for being here. Pace there. If y'all want to call in and talk about what happened on last night's episode, then please feel free to call in. Hey, Bernie, how are you doing? Thank you for coming. I took a few notes. I watched the episode twice so that I could take notes and talk about it with y'all, because y'all know I don't really do the reviews on the show, and there's so many people who do. But let me just go through my little notes that I got here, and I'll just try to give a rundown of what I caught on the episode. I know that y'all might catch some things that I didn't catch. Like I said, it was almost a filler episode, almost. So we picked up with Karen still going in on Giselle about Jamal living in the phone, which I think that's so funny how she says that. Yeah, we know your man who lives in the phone. I think that's hilarious. But and Giselle just being very defensive about it. Giselle, who has been in everybody's business since season 1, can't take Karen, asking her about, Jamal and why he's not here. And it's just crazy. And it's kind of disgusting when you think about it, when Giselle felt so free to get all up in Karen's business when it was time to talk about Karen's husband's business taxes, not even Karen's personal taxes, and, she just felt like really okay with picking at Karen that whole season, while, behind the scenes, we didn't realize how serious the things were with her parents. But, Karen's parents ended up dying before they even got to the reunion. And Giselle just, poking into the most, really personal things about Karen. And then this season, she acts like she just doesn't understand why Karen is so guarded, and she acts like she's so offended about Karen being guarded around her and the other, green-eyed minion. I say Giselle is the green-eyed monster. Robin is the green-eyed minion who just follows Giselle's lead. And it's just, like, how could she expect her to open up? How could she expect her to feel comfortable opening up when she gave y'all a little bit and y'all took a whole lot, even when Karen talked about moving into whatever that house was, and they didn't believe she's moving to the house. So Robin comes up with the idea of sending, the pizza delivery man there or whatever. It was all just, they're very invasive. And I don't blame Karen at all. if she doesn't want to share anything with these heifers. I don't blame her at all. But that's my thoughts on that. But it's just really funny how Giselle gets like this much of a taste of her own medicine and she just cannot handle it. She can't hang. She can't stand it. She's just, you know, just ready to get up from the dinner table because she can't take it. So that was all that was there on that. And then, okay, so I guess Karen felt, okay, I've given her enough. Let me go on and get on Robin. And then starts to ask about Juan and, Giselle. Okay, so this is odd to me, guys. So Giselle, I didn't know because I don't follow I don't follow Giselle, that's for damn sure, and I don't follow Robin. But so Giselle posts on her Instagram story that she's at a jewelry store with Jamal. And then Karen asks about it, while they're all there together. And Giselle is asking like it's supposed to be some kind of surprise or something, that, oh, wait, hold up. Hey, Return of Lamac, how are you doing? Y'all, that's our girl, good night. So y'all don't forget, check out her channel if y'all want to tonight. Perfect night, any night. Go to sleep with her reading in her soothing voice, reading you a bedtime story to take you to sleep. So yeah, okay. So anyway, let me get back to that, and then I want to get to Lady B's comment. But yeah, y'all. Okay, so then we get on to Juan and Robin, and oh, so I guess he's getting a ring. Okay, well then Giselle, you're posting on your Instagram story that you are at a jewelry store with Juan. Nobody thinks that Juan is going to marry you. So, I mean, I guess like logically, anybody would think that, okay, you're there to help Juan pick out an engagement ring for Robin. So Karen brings it up and Giselle is acting like it's supposed to be some kind of big secret. Hey, Lisa Price. So Giselle takes it upon herself to pull Karen to the side, like, I need to talk to you. And I thought that Giselle was going to try to check her about Jamal. Hey, Princess Francois. We're not going to have Mr. Chalaki with us tonight. He let me know that he was a little too busy today, but he's said that maybe next week he'll be back with us. So I'm just doing this because it's kind of become a little bit of a Monday tradition. So I'm here. I hope I can fill in with enough shade for all of us. But so yeah, it was just really weird. Giselle pulls Karen to the side, like, I need to talk to you, about something. And I really thought she was about to, why are you asking me about Jamal in front of everybody? But no, she's talking about, Robin and this engagement. Like it's supposed to be something special and Karen's not supposed to be able to talk about it. And so I'm just like, what? Like, why are we acting like it's a secret when you already posted on your Instagram? I'm guessing that Robin has seen it. I guess the other ladies have seen it, but nobody thinks that this is anything special. Robin is getting married to her ex-husband, who she's been living with since they got divorced. So this is not like, on Real Housewives of Atlanta when Kenya spoils the surprise for Cynthia about Mike proposing. This is not that. So why is Giselle acting like that? Is it just for a scene or does she just want to, have a reason to come at Karen for something and she didn't really have a good reason? What was up with that? I did not understand. Let me see. I see that, let's see. Lady B says, what? I guess Giselle didn't pick up on how Grand Dame called her, the Grand Dame called her Satan. I think that she did, and I don't think that she even cared. I mean, I think that if she's being honest with herself, she kind of is Satan. I mean, she's pretty darn close to it. But whatever. These girls, they're annoying. They're all annoying. And again, feel free to, if you don't agree with my opinion or if you just have an opinion that you want to share about the show, please feel free to call in because all the girls are getting on my nerves at this point. And then, so they get up from their lunch. I said dinner table, but they're at lunch. So they get up from there And the next thing is to go on this little toboggan ride, which that looked fun. It looked fun. It looked a little bit scary. And I was concerned that like it could have been dangerous. I didn't want to see like housewives just, flying through the air, falling out of toboggans or whatever. It looked like it was fun. And I guess that it wasn't as fast as it looked since they felt free, like to hold up their phones. Because I know, like, if I think that something's like really fast, that's almost like to me, like pulling out your phone on a roller coaster and just, hey, y'all, look, I'm getting ready to go down now. Like that's like a good way to lose your phone, drop your phone, break your phone, whatever. And so I guess maybe it just looked faster than it was, but it did look fun. And I thought that it was cute to see Karen and Wendy actually riding in the toboggan together. They seem like they're doing okay. And I think that most of that is because Karen realizes that it's really not all on Wendy, that she does catch that it's Giselle. Like, okay, she's following what she's listening to whatever Giselle is saying about me. So, whatever, I guess, whatever. But it was nice to see them kind of, bonding a little bit. And why don't any of these ladies understand anything about geography when Karen is like, they're going down the little slope and Karen's like, we're, on a toboggan in Portland. And Wendy, Dr. Wendy, it's Portugal. She still has to, come through and, and correct everybody. But I mean, she was right. And oh, thank you, Princess Francois. This is my on sale special. I do think it was $37. I've been saying that, but it was not far from there. But yeah, y'all, it was just really weird watching them. And then oh, okay. I think that, yeah, Mr. Chalaki is sending y'all his love, but he'll be back with y'all next week. So let's see what else happened. Yeah, okay. So then we go from Giselle shushing up Karen about this engagement, but then she goes to tell Ashley, Juan is going to propose to Robin and she needs an ally to keep the secret. I did not understand, like, well, why are we making a big deal out of this? And I think that to this day, in real time, that Juan and Robin are still not married. That's the last that I heard. Actually, from somebody else I was trying to get on here who has a little source that's a little bit closer to someone in Robin's circle. I was trying to get somebody to come on tonight to talk about it, but she's working. So just all very strange and very stupid. We're acting like this is, Robin's first time getting married or something, when in fact she's been with her ex-husband since they got divorced. And I don't know if this is ever even going to happen. Put a 1 in the chat if you think that they're ever actually going to get married, Juan and Robin. I think that Juan just wants to keep his funds separate from Robin. She's already lost all of his NBA money once. And then now we see that the heifer's not paying her taxes. I think that Juan does not want to legally tie himself to Robin anymore. And if he doesn't, I would not blame him. And then the way that they're talking about this, the ring shopping itself, how about that? Because, okay, look, I think that whatever people like, that they should just, they should get it. Now, what was the stone that Robin got? I remember because I've heard of it before, but it's like this fake diamond that's like literally you can get like 10 carats of this diamond or this stone. What was it called, y'all? I forgot. But anyway, and it's like worth like you can spend like, I don't know, $1,500 and get 7 carats of this thing and whatever it was. But when they're ring shopping, Giselle's like, yeah, that's what Robin likes. I'm like, no, I forgot what the shit is called, but that's not what any woman likes. Like, that's what she'll settle for just because she wants a ring. And she knows like a man doesn't like really, really want to be with her, but she wants to get the ring out of him. So like, let's stop acting like, people like fake diamonds. Like, don't do that. Don't say that. But the ring did look pretty. And kudos to him for getting something that was in, or like not fronting for the cameras and acting like he was going to get something that was out of his budget. Indy, go away. Nobody's asking for you unless you have some Real Housewives of Potomac commentary. I don't want you up here. So go to your bed. Sorry, y'all. I have a unwanted co-host. Go away. Like, look at, go away. Go to your bed. You are like annoying me right now. Go. Okay, so anyway, Morganite, is that what it was called? Morganite. Hey, Thick Girl 40. Okay, so Thick Girl 40. I met Thick Girl 40 over on Color Me Pink. Keisha Urban, the author who came here to our channel for the interview, who did the who's getting her book turned into a movie. And Thick Girl 40, that's like one of her biggest supporters. And I've been seeing Thick Girl 40 on that channel for a couple of years. Well, since I've been over there. But I know Thick Girl 40's been down with Keisha Urban for a long time. But yeah, Morganite. Nobody wants that. Again, that's something you settle for. Like, like who's like, oh man, I can't wait to get, oh, I hope I get that, champagne Morganite 8 carats, like nobody dreams of that. Like that's something like we see on the shopping network, the Home Shopping Club. And we're like, oh, that's nice. That I could fool somebody, make somebody think that's a diamond. You're not like, I want that. Hey, okay, Karan Rowland, did you come here from my originally from my Sam Cooke Bobby Womack video? Because I just came across one of your old comments on one of my videos, and I think that's what it was. But anyway, I don't care why you're here, but I'm just glad that you are here. Thank you so much. But you guys, anyway, I'm just, nobody cares about Robin and Juan getting married, and we don't even really know if it's going to happen. Even Robin's own parents, when they're at the bowling alley, and Robin went to the bathroom, and Juan's like, hey, I'm planning on marrying Robin again. Her parents were just like, oh, well, all right, like we've all been down this road before. Like nobody cares. This is not something new and fresh. And she just met this guy, and they really hit it off. And like, no, these fools have been married. They've still been living like they're married. They're not living as well as they were when they first got married because this dummy went and lost all his money. But I actually think that Juan would be a fool to marry Robin again. You lost all his money. You've not paid $90,000 in taxes. Why are you sitting up here antagonizing Karen about her husband's business taxes? You haven't paid your own $90,000 in taxes, which we know, you only even have taxes to pay now because you're on this show. But like you have so many moving parts to your own life that are not together, but you've got time to sit up with Giselle and criticize everything that Karen is doing. Like I'm over Robin. I'm over Robin. And Juan, you do what you're gonna do, but I just don't see it. Well, look, Return of Lamac, I appreciate you for being here. She says she don't watch the show, she's just here. Girl, it's a mess. Let me see, what do I have? But yeah, why does Ashley need to know if the whole point is supposed to be a secret? How is Ashley going to be some kind of an ally in keeping the engagement secret? Ashley runs all these heifers run their mouths. So like, why does Ashley need to know? I didn't understand that. Okay, so then they get back from riding the toboggans, and Ashley's like, okay, y'all need to be ready for dinner at 6:30. They're all like, no, girl, I need a nap. So I think she told them, I don't know, some other time, 8, whatever. So they come out dressed for dinner. And I think, so let me be clear. None of these women are ugly. Okay, none of them are ugly, even though, I've gone in on Wendy about her edges and everything. None of these girls, nobody's getting kicked out of the bed, right? Okay, so here's the thing. What? Well, okay, hold on. I'm lost on these comments. I'm gonna get to that. But Giselle, y'all know we always see Giselle dressing bad, dressing tacky, looking crazy. Her little outfit, the like African print dress, it was cute. It didn't fit her right, but it was cute. And this is probably one of Giselle's better looks that I've ever seen. Ashley, I did like her little outfit, the little, like, I don't know what kind of print it was, but the little cutouts in the dress, and it was long and flowy at the bottom. I thought that was pretty. Let me see. Then Karen came around. Karen, y'all look, what is Karen? 57 years old. Karen has body for days. She was working that little short dress, and I was here for the whole little look that Karen was serving, showing those legs. Karen looks amazing. And then who else? Okay, then uh let's see who we had. Okay, Robin. Robin looked all right too, for a change. She should have flat ironed her hair. I saw Karen flat ironing her wig and had it ready to go, whatever. Robin had on a little black shorts, like it was like shorts and a jacket. And she was serving legs. Robin's body is nice enough. And I do think that Robin looks a lot better when she puts on a jacket, because Robin has like wide, broad man shoulders, and something about a blazer, especially like with shoulder pads, and if it comes in a little bit, just has a little bit of a slimming effect that makes her body look a little bit more feminine. But the legs look good when Robin puts on a pair of, when Robin shows her legs and wears heels, she's always looking great from the waist down. I wish she would have combed her hair, brushed her hair, ran a little flat iron through it, put a little bump in it or something. But she was looking better than she usually does. And then Candace, I don't know. It was like Candace looked like she was, I don't know, like what do you like? Kind of like church, but like church slut was what she was giving me. It was like one of those church lady jackets that was just missing the long skirt that went with it, but still, not a bad look. I've seen Candace look better. She does typically, she gets it right with her fashions, I would say most of the times. And then y'all, poor Wendy, she's not bad looking. She's not an ugly woman. Wendy's body, y'all. And then I'm like, why is she wearing green? Because I've always thought, since I've seen Wendy from the side, especially, I'm like, oh, she's shaped like Gumby. And then here she comes in this green pantsuit, and just the curves aren't there. That's all. But again, all of the ladies, beautiful. Like I said, nobody's getting kicked out of the bed. So that was just, I like looking at what they're wearing. But poor Wendy, y'all, she's from Nigeria. Like, where's the African booty, girl? Like, you are really disrespecting, the motherland up in here. So anyway, at dinner, we get the revelation from Candace that, she thought that this fight was going to break her. Or really, it was during the dinner scene, but I think that it was in Candace's, confessional green screen moment that she lets us know that she thought that this fight, with Monique was going to break her. Hey, Miss Chocolate Divine and the Real Queen Sierra. She thought that this fight was going to break her, and she didn't know how she was going to come through from this fight, and yada yada yada. But now she realizes that she's stronger than she ever thought she was. She's ready to have a baby, she's ready to have a baby. So I don't know, like, what it is about getting knocked upside one's head that makes one realize that, what, I should be a mother. I can take on motherhood. I don't know, but she seems to think that she's ready. So that's wonderful. That is the link. If you want to call in, come on the screen, or just come on with your voice and tell me what you think about it all. So that was that. It was just weird. Like, Candace, okay, I remember that we saw her go to like to the pound, right? She was supposed to be going to the pound earlier this season with her mother to get a dog so that she could experience what motherhood was going to be like. I don't even know that they have gotten the dog in the house yet, but whatever. So I guess we're just going to skip the dog and go straight to the kid, because we got knocked upside the head. So now we're ready to take on the world. Like, you could have sworn that Candace, I don't know, like, just fought Muhammad Ali in the ring, or that she just, ran the Iron Man, or, 5 marathons in a row or something. Like, she just acts like she really just pushed through something. She came up the rough side of the mountain, and now she's ready for motherhood. So, girl, Candace, whatever. Whatever. We've seen your mother and your relationship. I'm not ready to see Candace be a mother to anyone. But if Candace really wanted some practice on being a mother, why doesn't she start with her own fucking stepchildren? her old lazy ass white husband is sitting there with those kids of his he doesn't see. She could be like, hey, Chris, why don't you bring your kids over to the house this weekend? I mean, and not that the kids have to be on screen or anything, but we don't even hear about him seeing his children. Like I said last week, and I'm going to say it again, if Chris were a black man, everyone would be able to see that this is just a bum that Candace married down. His whiteness is his saving grace. If all the things that Chris have going for himself were wrapped up in a black man, everybody would be saying, girl, run for the hills, girl. This is old, sorry, daddy. He don't make no money, girl. He waiting on you to make some money and he don't take care of his kids. We would see all these things, but we can't see it because he's a nice, enough looking white guy and she knows how to dress him up when it's time to go somewhere, right? Hey, Sapphire Diamonds and Pearls. But I mean, like, y'all have some kids to practice on if you really want to practice being a mother. You have a whole husband with 3 kids that he don't see. Ta-da! Like, there's your start. But anyway, so whatever, we'll take it. We get knocked upside the head, so now we're ready. Bring on motherhood, because I can take on the world now, right, Princess Francois? I mean, craziness. So let's see. Okay, so then at dinner, Ashley and Candace. So Ashley hears from Candace. Well, Candace does reveal to the girls that she's ready, for motherhood. And Robin looked like she was getting choked up about it. I thought that Robin was about to cry when she was saying, how beautiful it was that, this person who all their whole adulthood thought that they never wanted children and now they're ready to open up their lives to be a mother. Like, Robin looked like she was getting super emotional when Candace said that. Didn't really know where that came from, but whatever. And then Ashley is like, oh, like, now you ready for motherhood? Like, Ashley was super offended. She took much offense to that. Well, you were shitting on me when I said I wanted to be a mother. So, like, I really want to be there for you, but I just don't know how I can get past everything you did to me. And Candace was super shitty to Ashley when Ashley was going through her pregnancy. Now, one thing I will say, I would never have said it myself, but I did think, even though I thought it was very tacky for Candace to say out loud on the camera that she felt like Michael was being insincere when he was breaking down and crying when Ashley was talking about the miscarriage, I too thought that he was being insincere, but I don't know 100%. And because, like, I'm not in that situation, I would, or, if I were Candace, like, being in that situation or so close to, like, the people in it, I would never say that publicly. Like, I would go home and I would tell my lazy husband who needs a job, like, oh my God, Chris, like, did you see how Michael was crying? Like, is he serious? Like, but I wouldn't get on camera, like, knowing that I'm going to have to answer to everything I'm going to have to say. But Candace has a problem with her mouth. But Ashley, though, you're angry at Candace for basically being the same kind of person that you have been. I will say that motherhood has changed Ashley a lot. Ashley has matured a lot, has shown a lot more maturity this season, but Ashley seems to want to gloss past everything that she did all seasons prior to this one. Ashley was super nasty to Karen as well, right along with Giselle and Robin when Karen was going through her tax situation and she needed all the tea and she needed to know what was going on with the taxes. She needed to know what was going on in Karen's bed with Ray, and she needed to know what was going on with Robin not being broke. Ashley was the one Googling Robin's family, when they, she that was like one of Ashley's first scenes when she came on the show. She only has $27 in her bank account. Like, she's just Googling the girls and finding out what she can find out. Ashley's been super nasty to pretty much everybody, much the same way that Candace is. But then when they but one time only, I think that I could agree with Giselle when she points it out to her, Ashley, this was you before you had your baby, talking about referring to Candace's behavior. And Yeah, that's true. I never agree with Giselle, but she was right about that. That was you, Ashley. And even Robin had to say, well, remember how you were attacking my family, Ashley? And Ashley's like, well, yeah, but I was never on social media attacking your family. And really, okay, so Ashley, that's the only difference between you and Candace. Candace does it with her mouth, to your face. She'll talk about you behind your back, just like you will. You'll do those things, but Candace takes it a step further and goes to social media, but Candace clowns with every fucking body. So I will say that Candace's mouth is a bit more vicious than Ashley, but at the end of the day, these two are the same bitch. That's why they don't like each other. They'll never like each other. And also, each one of them, I believe, has something that the other one wants. I don't know for sure, but Candace has this tinge of anti-blackness that comes with her, and it does make me wonder if she does wish that she were a fairer complexion like Ashley. But the one thing that I know that Ashley has that Candace wants is a rich husband. And then on the other hand, I do feel like Ashley, because if they did come up together in that whole pageant world, Candace would have been rich then, and Ashley grew up poor. So she wishes that she could have had that wealth then. And maybe Ashley wishes that she had a younger husband. But at the end of the day, these two are the same exact bitch. And they, ought to be the best of friends, but it's never going to happen. Oh, thank you, Miss Chocolate Divine. Like I said, this is just a little. I literally think that this was like a $37 wig I got, like after some discounts at a beauty supply that I go to here. But thank you. But my real hair is growing very nice up under here, and I'll be revealing. Yeah, I think, okay, I told my family, and so I'll go in and tell y'all because this will make me hold myself accountable. I made a vow that I'm going to stay out of all salons for 1 year and just treat my hair with my own products. And I'm going to see what happens. And like literally, like right after I got my hair flat ironed for my birthday, I washed it like 3 days later and just started like treating my hair again. And it's already like the spring is coming back and is growing fuller and fuller and longer and healthier. So I want to like to see like what happens if I do this for a year. I've been experimenting with some masks that I'm going to start giving to y'all, some herbal hair masks and stuff, and I'm liking what's happening under here. But but yeah, anyway, let me see, what are y'all saying? Princess Francois says, I think Ashley going off on national TV is just as bad as Twitter. Yeah, but they are the same exactly. Like, so so you're like, I didn't do it on social media, but like, girl, you did it in front of a whole camera crew for a television show that is going to actually be on television. Like, you're the same person as her. Y'all are the same. Oh gosh. uh, I understand that. And this one doesn't even have any combs. I usually do like I don't mind wearing them if they have combs, and so this one actually does scare me a little bit. So and I don't wear them for long. Like I don't wear them all day or anything. Like, if I leave, I wear them, at the gym or whatever. And I want to try one of those headband wigs. Hey Isaac, I want to try one of those headband wigs for working out. Like I think that would be fun because I usually wear a very short wig when I work out because I don't like the sweat and everything. And so I want to try one of those headband wigs and just like throw it up in a bun when I go to the gym instead of wearing a short wig. But we're going to try it out. So yeah, a little fashion talk, a little hair talk while we talk about the RHOP girls. Feel free to call in. If you have an opinion that is different from mine, or if you have an opinion that's the same as mine, you just want to talk. Let's see here. What else? Okay, so yeah, Ashley. She's still going off on Candace about how Candace, never apologized to her. And Ashley, okay, can we just be honest and talk about the colorism on this show? There is a colorism thing with this show. And I keep noticing because Giselle has been repeatedly disgusting. Robin has followed right behind her at times. She's not as disgusting as Giselle. Ashley has been in everybody's effing business. Oh, you don't apologize for interrupting. We can talk about everything on here, Miss Chocolate Divine. Ashley has been disgusting to everybody at some point or another, and nobody has to apologize except for the dark-skinned girl. Hi, Gabriel, or Gabrielle Escobosa. Thank you for being here. Let me know if I'm saying your name wrong. Gabrielle Escobosa is what I see. The high. I love Forest Rocks. I'll take that as a compliment. but all the dark skinned girls have to apologize to everybody for everything. Well, Wendy hasn't had to apologize much since she's been on, but um, Monique certainly has had to make some apologies. And even at the beginning of this season, Candace had to do her apology tour that she didn't want to, and she's not very good at. But so Ashley sitting there demanding, an apology. Basically, you did all this stuff to me, and you never said you were sorry. And it's like, okay, well, Ashley, you don't really apologize to people either. And to me, I mean, unless maybe obviously, I'm sure that there are things that happen off screen that we don't see. But I never saw Ashley give like a real sincere apology to Monique about, spreading all those rumors about her being an alcoholic. I never saw her give a sincere apology to Karen. When Karen was going through her tax issues and her parents dying, I never saw Robin or Giselle issue real apologies behind those situations. But they're going to be sure that they get the apology out of these dark-skinned girls, and it's almost like your black ass owes me an apology. Don't you see me here with all this light skin and curly hair, girl? Like, what are you thinking? Like, that's what I hear the way that when I'm listening to her, like sitting there demanding an apology. It's crazy. And I mean, I hate to say it, and people will act like, you're being divisive when you talk about colorism and we're all black, but stop with the bullshit. Like, yes, we are all black. But just like with anything in life, there are levels to this shit, and I hate when people act like they don't know it's a problem. And that doesn't mean in saying that, oh, hey, Cooking with the Salmons, I'm waiting on your call. I emailed you and I got an email back, but I'm waiting on your call, or let me know when you're going to call so we can go over some things. But y'all will check out that channel if you're into Caribbean food. He cooks Caribbean food on that channel, and we're going to do a live stream collaboration together, but we got to figure out some things so we can figure out how to work it. But I have not heard, let me see here. Hold up. I'm sorry. The Real Queen Sierra, is it true that they fired Monique? I have not heard that. I mean, I've heard rumors, but I haven't heard that confirmed. I heard rumors that Monique was fired. I've heard rumors that Candace was fired. But I also heard that Andy said that he pretty much offered all of the women contracts for the next season after the reunion was over. Now, if all the women signed their contracts, I don't know. If it was on some shit like, well, here's you a contract, but it's like for 80% less than you were making last year, so in effect, you're fired or you're demoted to friend of the show. But I don't know the specifics, but I have not heard any confirmation that anyone has been fired. There was a huge rumor that picked up some steam about Candace having been fired and Ashley pressing for her to be fired because of what happened with that blogger who passed away, who Candace wished death on, and then he ended up dying. But I don't believe that there have been any confirmed firings over there at Real Housewives of Potomac. I think that Monique and Candace need to find a way to have a sit down with a third, fourth, and fifth party present, and they need to figure out a way that they can just say that we're going to be civil and move on, because we need to film these scenes together. We can't, keep splitting production and okay, only you can be in this scene, only I can be in this scene. And I mean, it benefit them both. We need to squash this so we can both get that check, and Candace, you really need it because your man ain't got no job. So like Monique, if she has to walk away from this, her feelings will be hurt. She won't have the fame. She won't have the adoration that I'm sure she's gotten used to with being on this show. But her man is a millionaire at the end of the day. Your man, like Color Me Pink said, is a barbecue ass husband who works for somebody's restaurant. So it would really benefit you, Candace, to find a way to squash this beef and stay on the show, because you need a check, because your mama can't continue to pay for you and Chris, and now this new child y'all talking about bringing into the world, and Chris's children from his other marriage and possibly a dog. That's like a lot of kids for your mama to take care of. So y'all gonna have to figure it out and do something. But yeah, there is just a thing of there is just this pervasiveness, this noticeable colorism that's on the show, and the darker skinned girls have to do things that the lighter skinned girls don't have to, and it's just so noticeable. It's so noticeable. Let's see here. Did I miss any other comments that I needed to get before I move on? Girl, yeah, look, Queen Sierra, we're just roasting the girls. I never watched Basketball Wives, Lady Yana, but I did hear about what happened there. Okay, I said it right. Let's see. Oh yeah. Y'all are not interrupting. If y'all say something off topic, we can talk about other stuff. This is not look. I'm not Dr. Wendy, and class is not in session, so we don't have a syllabus, honey. We can talk about whatever y'all want to talk about. But yeah, so Candace out there basically, gave that bullshit ass apology that people like to give when they don't want to really give an apology. Oh, but we have a call. So hold up, before we bring you up, Princess, let me put my headphones in because that just works better. So let me put my headphones in. So Miss Chocolate Divine is probably getting scared for me, thinking the wig might come off, but it's not, girl. It'll be all right. And if it does, we're all family. Let's see. Hold up. Let me get the sign in. Oh, and if it does, I got a head full of hair as well, so it'll be all right. Okay, let me turn this. Let me turn my Bluetooth off on my phone so that it can only be on my computer. Okay, so let me bring up Princess.
Hi, Ti. Can you hear me?
Right. Yeah, I can hear you. Okay, how is she sounding, y'all? Is the sound good? Because it's always good to me. I never know that there's an echo until I get comments. Hi, is it Berta? Hi, Berta Turner. Yes, it is some colorism going on. She noticed that about the light skins too. Okay, so we're sounding good. So tell us, what do you have to say, Princess? And thank you for calling.
Yes, my pleasure. I don't have headset, so hopefully I'm not echoing. I wanted to talk about.
They said you sound good.
Oh, good. I wanted to talk about Ashley, and I do think I hate to. It just seems like they treat her like maybe the white woman because she is half white. I just. To me, I think the narrative that Candace is super aggressive. I don't think she's more aggressive than anyone else. Literally, all she said was, I'm sleep, but, and same thing with Monique. What she did was, I don't think it was excusable, but Ashley, like you said, from season 1 has gone in, and I don't think her having a baby makes any difference. Yeah, that's basically it. I feel like, I don't know if it's just because she's light skinned, but it's just strange. And even when she went at Wendy, like she was going at, even though I think Wendy was kind of doing too much, she was the one that was like,
I wouldn't call it aggressive, but she was doing too much.
Yeah, she was doing too much. But Ashley took it up a level. I just feel like she gets a pass. I don't know if it's because she's half white, but that's how it comes across. So
it does come across that way. And I'll tell you what else you reminding me of now. Robin as well. We talk about people being aggressive, but we've seen Robin get in people's face more than one time on this show. And she doesn't have to wear that label of being aggressive.
Yeah,
We've seen Robin go straight up to Ashley at the restaurant. I mean, was all up in her face, this far from her face. And what did you say? Just standing there towering over Ashley with her big old, football player looking ass. And just, what do you, and Robin, and Giselle just sitting there egging it on, but Giselle didn't leave that green screen calling her friend Robin aggressive. Well, I don't know why Robin got so aggressive. No, it was fine. She was going for it. And when Robin and Monique almost got into it with the umbrella. Giselle was literally calling Robin Mayweather, like bring it on, but she never
Exactly.
called her aggressive. But like
Exactly.
Mayweather, that's pretty aggressive, isn't it?
I
I mean,
agree.
this is a man who literally has put his hands on women. That's pretty darn aggressive. This is a man who makes his living beating people up. But we never called her aggressive, though, did we?
I agree.
Andy, go
And I
away. Go.
feel like those adjectives that Ashley is so quick to throw, your, what was that word she said to Monique? She was like, not vicious,
Go.
but like, oh, I can't think of it, where she was just so persistent. Like that
Mm-hmm.
was Ashley. Like all these, and when she went at Wendy, how she was very aggressive. And I mean, they let her get away with it. But I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna put Giselle in
They
that
do.
category. I feel like as soon as if the shoe was on the other foot, Giselle would check them. But they let Ashley get away with that. So that's
Yeah.
my observation. I don't know if it's colorism, but it's coming across that way.
It surely does feel like it. It
And the other thing
surely
I was
does
going to
feel
add,
like it.
and I'm not for sure if you guys covered it, but I feel like Ashley, all of this is, she should just be honest and say, I owe Monique a favor. That's why I did the statement. And I don't like you. Because I just think she was stirring up something that Candace already apologized for just to create an
Mm-hmm.
alibi. And I mean,
Yeah, for
that's what it
sure.
was. That's my
I
opinion.
agree with you. I no, and these are all just opinions. I
Yes.
can't say you're right, but I can say I agree with you. Candace did already apologize, be it insincere or not. I don't think she was sincere. I don't think these girls are ever sincere when they
No.
apologize. Especially when someone's forcing you to apologize. Okay, well, I'm sorry if what I did hurt your feelings. That's what you're gonna get from me. Well, of course
Exactly.
it hurt my feelings.
Exactly.
You know that it did. That's why I want the apology. Well, I'm sorry if what I did offended you. I'm sorry if you were offended by something I said. Like, not, I'm sorry for what I did. No, you're never going to get that on these shows, right? So she got the same, bullshit as apology that everybody dishes out. Candace already gave her the bullshit as apology,
Yes.
but we need it again now, and I think that Ashley was surprised that her light-skinned sisters didn't have her back at that table because like it was almost like, what we do. You know how it goes. Like, what do you mean? Like, and so when Robin and Giselle started taking up for Candace, Ashley didn't know what to do. Like, wait, like that's not how this goes, girl. You're over here, but you need to be over here, girl. Like, what's happening? But yeah, I 100% agree with you.
And
I
I feel like
100% agree.
Ashley and, well, Giselle and Robin, they're the wolf pack. Like they are the wolf pack. I feel like they just use Ashley. Like they always get fooled by that. Monique, Candace, Ashley, they all try to join the pack. But I mean, the pack is only concerned with each other. And at any moment, if they smell blood, they will shred you to pieces. And I did notice Ashley was taken aback, but I'm not for sure why. After all these seasons, they don't realize the two wolves
Mm-hmm.
are Giselle and Robin, and they operate together. One will howl, and you'll hear the other one howling. Like literally, one person will say something, and like they tune in, like woo, like they just go. Doesn't matter. They
Oh
work
yeah,
together. So,
they do.
um,
They do.
yeah, that's. So I know she was surprised, but I feel like they're always surprised when you know Robin and Giselle attack. I don't get it because they always are going to.
See, I think that Candace needs to be aware. I think that Candace needs to open her eyes because I think that she's feeling a little bit too comfortable around
Yeah.
both of them and doesn't realize like what's really going on. So to me, what I see happening, and you can tell me if you agree, and y'all tell me in the comments if y'all agree, what I see happening right now is a concerted effort to get Monique off the show. Monique is the target. So if it means that we have to pretend like Candace is our friend, if it means that we have to pretend like we like Candace, we'll use her right now until we can get this darky off of the
Yes.
screen. And then next season, we'll all turn on Candace. Ashley, you can join forces with us next season. But right now, we got to get rid of this heifer with the 4 houses who dare come on here telling me about her 4 houses when I asked her and she wasn't supposed to have any. That's how I feel.
I agree. I completely agree. I feel like at first it was actually Candace was the target because, and I think even Monique, they were all saying let's ice her out. And then I think it just
Mm-hmm.
really, they never appreciated, the jealousy. They never appreciated Monique. So when she gave them an inch, they took a mile. So yes,
Oh, yeah.
but I feel like Ashley many times, and we can just go by Giselle saying, I like big butts and I cannot she's really not part of the pack. They will
No.
turn on her with just for sport, but they use her. And,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
she's the same complexion, so why not? But
Right.
I'm not team anyone. I'm frustrated with Monique, but I recognize that they're using this as leverage to get her off the show. That's
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And yeah, I won't say that I'm team anyone. There are people I can tolerate more than others. I love
yes,
seeing Karen. Now, I will say I do love seeing Karen. And the funny thing is, after this fight, Karen's the only one I felt sorry for. It's almost
yeah,
like watching a little kid, watching their parents get divorced and the parents are going back and forth with each other and the kids just like, oh, I don't know what to do. I love mommy and daddy. That's Karen. I love both of these girls, and I want to help both of these girls, but they, they have their own issues or whatever. And
yeah,
so it's just like, I can appreciate Monique bopping Candace upside her head because I'm tired of Candace's mouth. And I can also say, you were wrong. You didn't have to do that. You took it too far. But at the same time, Karen, Karen is stuck in the middle. She's the only one I care about. I don't care what happens to either of those girls. I don't. Monique will be fine without the show. Her husband has money. Candace, she's probably draining her mother dry by having to have her mother take care of herself and her husband. But, she'll find her way somehow, whatever. But it's Karen. She's the
So,
only one
what
I
do you
care
think
about.
about Ashley and her statement? What do you think about that?
Doing the statement
Mm-hmm.
for Monique.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you. I do wish that she would have just been honest. Rather, I think that the biggest motivation is just that she does not like Candace. I think that even more so than feeling like she owes something to Monique, I feel that I don't like Candace. So yeah, girl, I'll do it. And I do like, oh my gosh, it would have made for great television if she would have just said, I mean, obviously, we like to see people be truthful, but it definitely would have made for great TV if she would have just said it out loud, like, "Girl, I'm not feeling you. Monique is my girl. You're not, and so I'm writing this statement. You're about to go down. You're not getting none of my friends' money with your broke ass. Like just. I wish she would have just gave it to her. I wish she would have just gave it to her because I think that's what the bottom line is. I don't like her, so I'll pretend. I'll play nice. For as long as I can, but somebody's got to bring her down. So this is an opportunity for me to knock her down a peg if I can't get her off the show. Yeah. I think that's, yeah. It's
I
not
actually,
about,
I was gonna
go
say, I
ahead.
actually feel it's both, but I put it in opposite orders. I think
Mm-hmm.
if there was no tape, there would be no statement. I think Ashley is very clever, very conniving, very calculated. I don't think how could she like Giselle? Seriously, how could she like
Mm-hmm.
Giselle? Last season, I mean, she just clowned her husband. And
Yeah.
they didn't really support his claims. So I just don't believe that's a
No.
genuine like. I don't think she would like anybody, including Monique. How could they turn so quickly? I think Monique, she had an IOU from Ashley and Monique cashed it in. I think that I agree it's both, but I would just reverse the
Mm-hmm.
order.
You flip
I don't
it.
think
Mm-hmm.
Ashley would do a statement if it wasn't for I mean, I don't know, but I just think that Ashley, she's very, very like calculating and I think she puts herself first. And so whatever she does,
Oh,
I don't think it's out of friendship.
absolutely. I think that everything Ashley does, she looks out for Ashley first. That's why Ashley's with Michael.
Yes,
Like if that doesn't say, if her choice in husband doesn't tell you what her motivations are, then you'll never understand who Ashley is. Ashley's just
exactly.
somebody who was apparently very poor growing up and is willing to do whatever it takes to not be poor again, even if it means sleeping with a 224-year-old man. and having his, 46-year-old child. Because I swear to God, Dean looks like
Exactly.
he's twice Ashley's age already.
Exactly. Well, Ti, it's been great. This is my first time doing a call, but I was like, why
Oh,
not?
thank you. Thank
Um,
you for calling. I love your voice. You have a great
Thank
voiceover. You
you.
should call in more
Thank you.
often,
I
honey.
love this channel. This is my first call. I enjoyed it. It's quicker than typing. I don't know. I usually have a lot to
Absolutely.
type, but now that I'm talking, I don't even really know what to say, but I'll keep watching. I'll give someone else a turn.
Okay, well, there's nobody waiting. So if you want to call back, just call back. But that's
I
why
will.
and I'm glad you said that, because that's why I started doing it like this. Once I started seeing like people streaming like this, and I'm like, what are they doing? And so I hit up Jay, who comes here on Thursdays, because he does this, and I'm like, like I know that there are people who want to say more than they feel like
Yeah.
typing, and they don't feel like typing on stuff. And I don't always, see all the comments. And like, what if somebody disagrees, but like, and there's like, she's not gonna read my comment, whatever. So it's just like, what if I could just talk to them and then they could just say what they wanted to say? And that is exactly why, like, the reason
I
that
love
is
it. Y'all
exactly why I want to
call.
do
It's
this.
actually good to get it off your chest. All right.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
I will listen offline. Take care and thank you.
Thank you so much for calling. Okay, y'all, we have Princess Francois, y'all. Ooh, we got royalty in the house. We got the Queen Sierra, got Princess Francois. Look, look, we're dripping in royalty. All my members, I got duchesses and princesses and queens up in here. Drip, drip. Let's see. Uh, Gabrielle Escobosa says, yes, they are trying to turn Karen and Ashley against her. Yes, I mean it's so clear. Like, these girls, they're not that damn bright. Like, you can see through these girls. You can see through they ass like glass. It's terrible. Let's see here. So what else? Hey, Alethea. Alethea's back. Girl, Ayana, he is 244 years old. I promise. Let's see here. What else do we have? So yeah, so no apology at the table, and Ashley's just like basically throwing a hissy fit because Aunt Candace is not giving her a real apology. Well, look, you're on the Real Housewives. That's not what these girls don't specialize in apologies. Okay, they specialize in shade and backstabbing. That's what you signed up for. So let's see here. Then what happens? Oh, now I did think, okay, after they had dinner, and that played the little prank on Wendy, I actually thought that was cute. I know a lot of people thought that it was corny. Here comes my co-host. Girl, what the hell do you want? I'm so sick of Indy. Indy, why don't you give me a little time to myself? Don't you see these people? You see those people? I'm talking to them. I'm talking to them. Will you go away? Go away. Go. Rocco's wanting to play with you. Go. Let me give them a couple of treats, y'all. I'm not gonna get away from the screen. I just want them to go away. Um, where are y'all? Here, Indy. Here, Rocco. There. Okay. Sorry. So, where was I? Oh yeah, the prank. The prank was so cute to me. I thought, it just kind of reminded me of little stupid stuff that I would do when I would take trips in high school or even college or whatever. So I thought that was cute. Um, and it humanized Wendy for a second. She does, Lisa. She wants it all the time, though. She wants some attention. She wants some love. She wants too much. She needs to want a job. That's what you need to want, girl. But no, but it humanized Wendy and just, okay, like, finally we have some situation where Wendy can't talk about her degrees. Like, oh, she's just being scared. Like, I like that. She has something to say. She she better leave me alone. But yeah, I like that little scene. Now I thought that it was like, why are they so loud in the closet? I'm just like, okay, y'all supposed to be scaring her, surprising her, jumping out, but y'all like loud as hell in the closet. Like, do y'all not know how to do this? Not the best executed prank. And Giselle with all the questions, so are you pumping in the bed? Are you gonna pump in your bed? Like, okay, is she supposed to like take out her titty right now and like pull the sheets back so that you can see? Like, y'all aren't going to get to see it happen. It was just kind of, it was not well thought out. But I do appreciate just seeing a scene with all of the girls laughing together. And then though, how about though, where the girls go and watch wherever the producers were set up and they're watching on the little monitors. Um, Looking at them, first of all, sitting on that floor, because it kind of like they were like in the hallway area, like of the hotel. I don't know. Oh no, Mr. Chalaki tonight. He's working tonight, so he said that hopefully he'll be back with us next week. So I'm sorry to disappoint Alethea, but it's only me. I told y'all in my community tab that I was co-hosting with Ty. You're gonna get me and myself. That's all we got tonight. But that's why I'm saying, hey, y'all can call in and talk about whatever y'all want to talk about too. But yeah, sitting on that floor, that was kind of gross. And then Candace, where are your freaking shoes, y'all? She was running up and down that hotel hallway with no shoes on. And I'm just like, ghetto much, Candace, not Miss, proper everything, and loves to call people hood rats, and everybody's a hood rat or what is it, ghetto this, and no, not Candace. That could not be. That could not be. Let's see. So what days am I live? Sunday, every Sunday except for the first Sunday of the month. I'm live. The first Sunday of the month is my only day off. So Sundays I'm live. Mondays now it's just become a thing because I don't review shows, but like I don't mind talking live about it, but like to actually like do it, like record and edit a show review. I don't like to do that, but I do watch Real Housewives of Potomac, and I started doing this because of Mr. Chalaki, because I wanted to have him here live with me, and so Mondays has become a thing. Tomorrow I'll be live with Shar, who comes to the channel, and I believe that she picked the topic about the cheating pastor. So y'all saw that John Gray apologized to Aventer or Aventer, however the hell you say her name. All these names, y'all, like Aventer. It looks like Aventer. I don't know if it's Aventer or Aventer. Kamala. It looks like Kamala, but whatever. So anyway, we're gonna be talking about that and just like cheating pastors in general. What do you do if your spouse cheats on you? Is an emotional affair worse than a sexual affair? So we're going to be talking about cheating and cheating pastors tomorrow. Thursdays, I'm also live talking relationship stuff, and every other Thursday, Jay Moore from Jay Moore Reviews comes here, and we we basically generally keep it very light on Thursdays. There was a couple of Thursdays ago it wasn't so light, but we keep it pretty light on Thursdays. Fridays I'm never really scheduled to, but I might be coming on more Fridays. Saturdays I don't typically do any live streams, and maybe that'll be days that I just like upload more of my old school videos. My old school videos, it's so funny. Overall, they get more views. Like when I looked at my top 10 videos, my top 5 were still old school videos, and then my next 5 are of course live streams. So yeah, and I'm going to come on a little bit more often, Miss Chocolate Divine, but you can always check my community tab, because when I know that I'm going to be live, I try to post it at least 2 hours ahead of time. And what I'm trying to get to happen, because I told y'all, I've been talking to Orange Juice Jones. We just talked earlier today. He wants to come on, and we're going to do a show together on here. And the idea that I would like to have Orange Juice Jones on every other Thursday. So on the Thursdays that Jay is not here, I would like to have Orange Juice Jones on here. And what I'm going to do for that, I'll go in and let y'all know, because I ran it by him and he likes the concept. I'm going to set up my professional email for YouTube, and I'm going to open up the forum and say, if anybody has a relationship dilemma, relationship, love, marriage, whatever dilemma, and they want to email in a letter about what they're going through, I'll read the letter. Y'all can send the email there, or someone, whomever, can send the email there. I'll read the email on air to Orange Juice Jones, and then he's going to give the advice on how this person needs to solve their issue. And then from there, he and I are going to it'll kind of be like what Jay and I do from that point, but it'll be just a little bit different. But yeah, so y'all get ready. I'll most likely be putting out that official announcement this week, because first I'm going to have him come on and just reintroduce him to the world. And so, yeah, that's what I'm talking about, Miss Chocolate Divine, because I don't want everybody like thinking that it's, he's still stuck in 1980 whatever, singing "I saw you and him." Yeah, so like we gotta let people grow up and progress or whatever. And so, yeah, I want to bring him on and just like let people know, like, okay, this is where he is now. Married, children, and helping his children, produce their music, and he's got his hands in all kinds of other entertainment projects. And so I want to bring people up to speed on where he is first, and then after I kind of have his reintroduction show, then we'll start doing our show. So yeah, and then my members, y'all are gonna get your own personal live stream with him. He was very generous. Look, so yeah, so I'm going to tell y'all how that came about, because I met him once when I was in Houston. Well, I'm from Houston. He's from Houston. He's lived in New York for several years, and he sounds very much like a New Yorker. That accent is still very much there, but he's originally from Houston. And I have a friend who's originally from New York, from Brooklyn, who owns a shop in Houston that's doing really well. And me and my sister Shauna used to hang out there like every summer. Like we were just like out in this little area. And one day I went into his shop, and my friend has a music studio in the back of his shop. And my friend actually he's a rapper himself. He's retired from rapping really, but he writes now for a lot of people. And so I went in his shop, and I went in the studio area, and Orange Juice Jones was in there. I don't know if he was like buying a track for his son or whatever. I'm not sure. But so I was introduced to him, and he was very nice, whatever. And so I met him, and that was that. And now, like, my friend who owns the shop, he comes to my channel. He used to come in the live stream kind of often, but he just like kind of stopped coming in the live stream. And but I was thinking to myself, like literally like 2 weeks ago, I'm like, I do all this old school content. Like, it sure would be nice if I could have an old school person to come, on the show. But like, I don't know anybody. And I was like, well, I met Orange Juice Jones. Like, I wonder if Jay will help me, like will hook me up, and just like see if, or just ask him, if he'll come here. And so I called my friend Jay, and we had not talked on the phone in years. So when I called my friend Jay, he was just, as soon as he saw it was me, he says, "Hey girl, I see you doing your thing on YouTube. You almost hit 10,000 subscribers." And I was like, "You still watch my channel?" I was like, "I haven't seen you on my live stream in years." He was like, well, I didn't say years. I was like, "I haven't seen you on there forever." He was like, "Well," he's like, "I'll be watching you." He's like, "Most of the time I'll be seeing you be getting the men together. So I don't really want to, call in and say nothing." He's like, "I'll be agreeing with you, but I don't want to call in and say nothing." So I just started laughing about that. But I was like, well, it's funny that you bring up my YouTube channel, because that's actually why I'm calling you, because I wanted to find out if you're still in touch with Orange Juice Jones, because, I do a lot of old school content on my channel. And I think that a lot of my subscribers will get into that if I can have an interview with him on the show. And he was like, "Oh, word." He's like, "Yeah, that shouldn't be a problem." So while we're talking on the phone, he texts him. And then, not even 5 minutes later, my friend is like, "Oh yeah, he just hit me back. Here, I'm texting you this number. He said, call him on this number on Tuesday." He said, "Call him on this number on Tuesday morning." So I was like that was easy, and like, so I'm like, shoot, who else I need to ask for? But, so I did it. And I called him that Tuesday morning. He didn't answer right then, but I left a message for him a little bit later when I went to go grab my coffee. And he called me back that afternoon. And we talked for about an hour and a half, like just, I was kind of refreshing him on, how I met him, and he remembered, and, we both, have the connection through our friend. And so he was willing to help me just on the strength of, being friends with Jay and my being friends with Jay. And so So he, we're just talking about some things, and I was telling him about, things on my channel and how they go. And I'm like, okay, well, I want you to be prepared to expect a little bit of everything. I have gay people on my channel, I have transsexual people on my channel. And he started to explain to me how it's like, I don't really understand that transsexual stuff. We ain't had that when I was growing up. And and he was just really funny. He wasn't, rude or anything. And he's just like, I said, well, it wasn't really anything that I understood growing up either. I didn't really start hearing about that till I was grown, and so he was like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? He's like, I mean, people gonna do what they gonna do or whatever, but I just don't know about that. You know what I'm saying? And so like, and it was very funny because at the moment that we're talking about it, when he called me back, I was working on the most recent old school video that I got up about the transsexual model from the 90s who was in the Janet Jackson and Pebbles videos. So I was telling him about that. And he's like, man, you know what I'm saying? I don't understand that, he's like, he can get out and find women and he want to be a woman. I don't understand. He's like, I don't want to sound ignorant or nothing, but I was like, yeah, hey, I get you. I understand too, because I'm a little bit lost on it too. I was like, now homosexuality, I get that like the same way I get, heterosexuality. It doesn't, it's like I'm so used to it. It's always been there, but transsexuality is a new thing to me, even though people say there have been transsexual people around forever. I'm just now hearing about it as an adult. And he was like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, when we started talking about homosexuality, he's like, um, if gay men, you know what I'm saying? I mean, if two cats want to get together, because they love each other, they both grown, they can do their thing. It's like, I feel you, Orange. I feel you, Mr. Juice. So I just think, it's going to be fun. It's going to be, but before we got the phone, he was actually ready to come on last Thursday. I wasn't ready, and I told him, because he was like, okay, well, I'll just be on there Thursday, and we can do it 7, 8, whatever you want to do it. And so I said, well, I do have one request. I said, can you please give my members, my paying members, their own live stream, like before I go live to my public audience? And he said, yeah. He's like, okay, what you want to do for him? I was like, well, how long do I have you? He's like, well, what you want to do, an hour? I was like, okay, well, if you're willing to do an hour, will you do 15 minutes for my members and then 45 minutes for my public channel? So he says, well, no, if you're going to give your public channel an hour, give your members an hour, give them an hour, give them 30 minutes, whatever they want. We can just sit there and just talk. He's like, so will I be able to answer questions? Like, I'm going to be able to see their questions? I was like, no. I was like, I'm going to set it up on StreamYard. So you'll actually be able to talk with them in real time. They're going to come on camera or else they're going to call in and talk to you. He's like, oh, yeah, that's cool. Word. So he was just like very giving of his time, right away. And he's working on a lot of other projects, like for his kids, for himself. He has a friend who just like signed a pretty big deal, with a pretty major company. And so like he's got his hands in a lot of things. So the fact that he was willing to come here for me, like I really did appreciate it, and I still do. And then though, I was happy just to get the interview. But then before we hang up, he was like, well, look, he's like, Ty, if the interest is there, I'm going to tell you this. He's like, and I don't even know why I'm doing this. He said, I'll come on your show and we can just like do our own show. He's like, now you're going to have to come up with the concept. And he's like, because I'm not good at that part of it, but I'll come there. You got me. I was like, well, look, if I got you, then don't worry about anything else. I was like, I will come up with the concept. I will have it emailed to you as soon as you send me your email address. And like the next day, sent it over. He was down, so he'll be here, but we'll make the official announcement after we do the first interview, because again, like I said, I don't want everybody just thinking, he's going to be here every week singing, I saw you and him walking in the rain. So we'll talk about that, but we'll get past that, bring everybody up to speed on where he is now. And then we'll come on and we'll, do our thing. So now y'all got, I guess, like an exclusive sneak peek into Ty said what Ty said content. So, but back to I thought that was very nice of him, Miss Chocolate Divine. I'm looking forward to it, and I think y'all gonna love just interacting with him. He's been really open with his everything, time and everything. So let's see here. What is it? Oh, okay. So the next day at the pool. Ooh, y'all hear Rocco? Okay, so the next day at the pool, Robin is down there in a freaking sweater outfit, and apparently it's not cold because everybody else was like in swimwear and sundresses and everything. So Robin's looking at the pictures for her website, and she gets the call from Giselle, and I don't remember what okay, so no, Robin was on her patio. Giselle was already at the pool. Giselle tells her she wants to see the pictures, so Robin, comes down there to the pool in her sweater outfit. I don't. That was so weird, y'all. So she's showing Robin I'm sorry, Robin is showing Giselle the pictures, and then she says that she doesn't have any good pictures of Karen. These are the best pictures that I could find of Karen. And I'm just like, really? Like, okay, Karen, I'm sorry. Karen is like probably overall, if not the best looking one on the cast, second best looking one, probably second or third best looking body. Karen looks better than Robin. She looks better than Giselle. I would say Monique might give Karen a run for overall looks, and Candace might give Karen a run for the body. But Karen is holding it down, and she's keeping up with the young girls as far as the looks is concerned. So Robin just couldn't find any good pictures of Karen, which is crazy to me because when they were doing the photo shoot originally on the show, the pictures that they showed of Karen and Robin together, that was a cuter picture than the pictures that Robin had. So I do feel like Robin intentionally picked the worst pictures of Karen to show so that she can say that, she doesn't want her on the website. She's not trying to, make her feel bad. Now, at the end of the day, do I think that the Grand Dame gives a damn about not being able to be on Robin's $29 hat website? No, I don't. But I do think that Robin's doing it to try to make Karen feel bad. I do think that she's doing that to be nasty. And then, y'all, I looked at that website. None of the Real Housewives of Potomac girls are on Robin's website except for Robin. The girl who was the model who looked like Katie, she's on the website, but not you don't see Giselle, Ashley, Candace, Wendy. You don't see any of them on Robin's website. So I do feel like Robin was just doing that to be nasty. And Robin's website is just full of, again, pictures of Robin and pictures of women whose taste is so bad that they want to look like Robin. I mean, they have on Robin's stupid hats. And even with that, a lot of the pictures that Robin took, they're still like clearly like pictures from Robin's phone or Robin's iPad or something. So like the shirt pictures, those came out better. But like half of the pictures, y'all go look for yourselves. This is not me throwing shade. This is something you can like witness for yourself. Actually, you know what? Hold up. Let me take my headphones off. I'm gonna turn them off. Okay, can y'all still hear me? Because I'll go in and I'll share my screen and I'll show you the website. Let me do this. Okay, let me know if y'all can hear me because I'm gonna keep going and I'm gonna share my screen. Let me do a share screen and we'll do a new tab. Lady B says she's already checked out the site. Okay, so what is it? Embellished? Okay, embellished hats. Okay, y'all can hear me. Okay, so here's Robin's site. Are y'all okay? So yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay, so here's her site. And so she's talking about how her hats look. So there's the girl from this show, the one who they were saying looked like Katie. Some pictures of her. I would have thought that was Candace because that's where Candace took her picture, but that's not Candace. And then look, the rest of this is just customers. I'm scrolling all the way to the bottom. Then you'll see show more reviews. It's all just reviews. From there, none of those housewives from the show are on her website. And I'm pretty sure I'm seeing duplicate reviews. Okay, so now we're all the way down to the return policy. So that's the caps. Now here are the graphic tees and hoodies. So you can't tell me that Robin didn't shoot all these pictures in the park at dark on her phone. So these pictures, yes, that's that model. She had her photographer shoot those. This is Robin on her phone, um, doing it in the park after dark. Okay. Her tees are only $22. The hats are $29. And then she has let's see, graphic tees and hoodies, gift cards. There's nothing there. Okay, her customers. Okay, and then she has her lip collection. Where is her? Okay, which it looks like she shot these pictures in her closet in selfie mode. Okay, so there she is with her lip collection. Looked like the inside of a closet to me. Looks like she's holding up her arm in selfie mode. And that's her website. That's her website. So I don't know why she's shading Karen, acting like Karen is not going to be the part of some big project, like Karen is missing the Michael Jackson Bad tour, and girl, like I need you to stop. Like it's not even that serious. And then at the end of the day, none of the people on there, I don't know if Robin couldn't afford to pay her photographer so that she could have all the images. That's probably what it came down to. But I mean, Robin is literally standing out in the park with no lighting in her t-shirts, but Karen's supposed to be jealous because she can't be on this jacked up ass website. And if you notice those hats, I looked at this website 2 weeks ago, and those hats are not even going to ship until December. And like it's only the middle of November now, and I don't know. Like when I looked at the website, it was like the end of October. Now I don't know how long before that you're waiting until December to get your hat. But what the hell? Like, is she waiting on them to get in from China before she can send them out to everybody here in the US who's stupid enough to order them? I don't understand. But girl, Karen is not worried about it, I promise. Why did what? Why did some just come in my inbox defending Robin and her cheap ass hats? If these stand, okay, a stand can a Robin stand came in your inbox defending her hats. Please. So yeah, that's just stupid. So yeah, I don't think that Karen's going to care. And then when Robin and Giselle are talking about it, Robin's like, well, I don't know. I think maybe she's just too old, because it's supposed to be like chic and hip, and Giselle's like, yeah, and Karen is not that. I was like, Giselle, you are not that. Everybody clowns you for how you dress every fucking week on this show. Talk about not chic, not hip. That describes yourself and your green-eyed bandit friend right there. Neither of you are chic and hip. Nobody, the first 10 words that would come to our minds if someone said, describe Giselle, describe Robin, chic nor hip would be on anybody's list. The first 10, 20, 30, 40, or 50 words to describe either of you two buzzards. Oh, gosh, I'm so sick of these clowns. Let me see what else, y'all. I'm almost done. And again, feel free to call in if y'all have some opinions. The thing that pissed me off the most about this whole episode, y'all, was Robin saying that comment about Karen saying that she doesn't like Ray's dick. Now, I don't know if Karen said it or not. Somehow I doubt it. And why is Robin always hearing comments about people's dicks, right? But I don't think that Karen even said this. But even if she did, Like, what happened to there just being like the lines that you just don't cross? Even though we're on this show, we're on this camera, it's about shade, it's about being catty or whatever. If she said that, why would you bring that up? Because that's not really something that only hurts Karen. That's something that hurts Ray. Hey, Black Beautiful Love, how are you doing? That's something that would hurt Ray. And Ray hasn't done anything to anybody. Ray hasn't done anything but ask Karen to be at home, be in the bed, and fix him a little bit of dinner. Ray doesn't stay in the mix like, some of these house husbands used to do, like Peter, like Michael. I think that Michael oversteps a lot of boundaries, Ashley's husband. Ray doesn't have opinions to speak on these girls or anything. Hi, Real Entertainment News. How are you doing? And so I'm just like, leave Ray out of it. But, to sit there, yeah, well, Karen told us that she doesn't like Ray's dick. Yeah, I remember she said that. Ray was picking her up from a party. And so it's just like, no, I don't believe she said it. But even if she did, like, they're just, like, isn't there some code, like, with these women? Like, okay, girl, like, I know you had this thing going on, but this was before the cameras, this was before the show, this doesn't have anything to do with with what's going on now, so I'm just not going to say this, like. But no. So why are we hurting Ray's feelings, and this was a green screen commentary moment, so it's not. I mean, my imagination says that Karen and Ray were watching the show and they both ended up seeing this together for the first time. It's one thing if you're filming a scene together, your husband's at home, but you're filming a scene like Thick Girl 40 says, with these batches, and you know what's coming, so you can at least go home and tell your husband to prepare for this, and baby, that's not what happened or whatever. But like, can you imagine, like, whether she said it or not, like, either way is foul. Either way is foul, like Black Beautiful Love said. But whether she said it or not, could you imagine, like, not having any idea that's coming, and you're just sitting down with your husband watching your TV show, and then that comes out? Like, I mean, I hope that they didn't get in an argument over it. I hope that Ray, like, either just doesn't care or is just, like, I see through these girls too, or whatever. But like that was just the lowest thing, just the lowest thing. And here you are again, sitting up here talking about Karen not liking Ray's dick, and we don't even think that Juan is giving you any of his dick. From what we see, you already let us know that he's been cheating on you. And we won't forget Juan's hot mic incident when he said that he was only there with your ass because of the kids. He still hasn't put a ring on it, not even the cheap Morganite ring on it. So, like, why don't you concern yourself about whatever kind of dick you're going to get, Miss Lady Ma'am, and leave the Grand Dame and Ray alone. They don't bother anybody. Like, I'm so tired of them. I'm tired of them. And I felt bad for Ray with that. I felt bad for him. Oh, yeah, for sure. For sure. I agree. Where did her comment go? Lady V says, they don't care about Ray's feeling, or Giselle wouldn't have worn that shirt about his taxes. Right. Calling him Uncle Ben and all that shit, like, just real tacky. Just real tacky. Hold up. Hey, Georgia. Georgia says, oh, thank you. Looking good. Got your live light on here now. Oh Lord, I'm so sorry that you have multiple deaths. Just, hey, when you have time to email me and things calm down, just email me and I'll send you your gift card. Email me and send me your mailing address and I will send it to you. I won't give it away. I treat my members very with a lot of care. You're paying for membership, you need to get something out of it. And like I said, if you need to cancel because you're not able to get in and watch stuff or whatever, cancel. My feelings will not be hurt. I appreciate that you even wanted to support me to begin with, but I do hate that you are experiencing deaths, I'm guessing, in your family. My heart goes out to you, and I'm sorry to hear that. But I'm not going to give your stuff away. Just get at me when you can, okay? And we love you. I'm sorry, and our hearts are going. Hey, y'all, Miss Georgia, in the chat, whatever you believe in, prayers, love and light, positive energy, send it her way, because apparently she's going through some things there, and I do hate to hear that. Let's see. My Twitter, um, I have not used my Twitter in forever. My Twitter is it's Taiwan underscore loves underscore fitness, but I haven't used my Twitter in forever. But if you have any of your own social media, I appreciate it if you share. But thank you for wanting to even share real entertainment news. I appreciate that. Do you have a YouTube channel? Because that sounds like a YouTube channel name. So that's something else, y'all. If y'all have channels, people who come here, if you have a YouTube channel, you can always feel free to promote your channel in my chat. That's never a problem with me. That's never been a problem with me. When I had nobody watching, that was never a problem. And now that people are watching, and I appreciate each and every one of you. You know, always feel free to do that. Georgia, thank you. I really do appreciate you. I really do. I appreciate you. Okay, so this is your channel. So you have like I take it entertainment things going on your channel. You talk about this kind of stuff, and feel free to call in if you want to. Feel free to call in. But thank you for coming by, and I appreciate the love. Yeah, prayers going up for Georgia, definitely, y'all. I don't know the situation. Yes, Thick Girl 40, you sure did. I appreciate you. Thick Girl 40 is a real one. When I tell y'all that is Keisha Urban's Color Me Pink's Ride or Die, you better believe it. Don't go over there talking shit about Keisha because you're gonna get dealt with by Thick Girl 40. She doesn't play about her Keisha. And I don't blame her, y'all. We love her. But y'all, yeah, Robin pissed me off with that. Pissed me off. She got, you got your own $90 tax bill you need to be concerned with, and your own situation. Figure out why your ex-husband, who you've been living with like you're married, doesn't want to remarry you. And like Robin, you got a whole bunch of stuff you can be worried about before you're over there messing in Ray and Karen stuff. That was beyond tacky. I didn't like it. Yeah. Oh, but Chocolate Divine loves Keisha's channel. Yes, we love Keisha over here. I'm trying to get on Keisha's level. You know what I'm saying, y'all? I'm trying to do it. So let's see here. Another Wendy moment that I could appreciate. Wendy in her robe at the bar. Thank you. Can we just, okay, we know you have 4 degrees. Girl, you got it, okay? Whatever, however that makes you feel, wonderful. But Wendy in her robe at the bar was just something I could say, okay, maybe there is a little turn up Wendy. Maybe there is, another little side to Wendy. But I appreciated that little moment, anytime when she's not talking about her degrees, she's actually bearable. And I'll let her slide with her edges coming down to here. I'll let her slide. You're welcome, Georgia, and just keep us posted. But email me, even if it's not, and my members, y'all have my number, so just keep in touch with me. I want to know everybody's doing well. Let's see. I shared. Thank you. I shared my Twitter, and yes, I do celebrity news, YouTube, and all the above. Okay, I just got a camera. Start doing lives. I just got the Lumens G7 camera, so I'm ready to turn up. Well, you better turn up. Hey, come on for the equipment upgrade. Yes, for the equipment upgrade. I love it. But yeah, if you want to come on now, you're welcome to. Let me put the link in here. Anybody, if y'all want to call in, you can come on the camera. You can just come on with your voice. If y'all want to come on in, come on down. Price is right. Let's see here. Let's see, character. Oh, okay. So then the character witness conversation that Ashley had with the green-eyed demons. Hold up. Okay, this is crazy. So my nails, they're not green like my green screen. They're a totally different green, but it's acting like it's green, like it's that green. I thought that it would show up, but it's not. I have one blue one and the rest are green, and the green ones, they're just like acting see-through on the green screen, but they're not. They're really light, like a light aqua. But oh well. Anyway, let's see. Get to the bottom of the comments. Okay, well, thank you for coming. I'm gonna have to go check you out. So, y'all, Real Entertainment News, go and support Real Entertainment News. It sounds like a lot of the same kind of stuff going on here is there. They're supporting, so I will be over there to check you out. Thank you so much. Um, thank you. Only this one, but these are. It's not gonna. It's just not gonna show. Can I put it up against something? Nope, it's not. It's not gonna do it. Yes. Okay. So, Real Entertainment News. You have new subbies now. Thank you, Lady Yana. See, my moderators, Lady B, Lady Yana. I got ladies. Yeah, y'all just be on it. Thank you, Miss Chocolate Divine. See, George is gonna check you out too. Okay. So yeah. So we get to the pool now. Well, we're already at the pool with the green-eyed fools, and then here comes Ashley. Why is everybody running stuff by them? Like, is Giselle really in charge of the girls? Why is everybody running stuff by them? It was almost like I don't know that Ashley. It's not that she was looking for approval, but it's like, why does she have to run it by them to say, um, well, Monique asked for a character. Like, why does this have to be something that we're talking about? I mean, unless it's for the show, then that's one thing. Like, we need a scene. I get that, but it's almost like they need permission, or like, what do you think about this, Giselle? Like, yeah, and I wish that if she was going to discuss it, her tone would have been like more like, well, yeah, I wrote a character reference, and then though it was almost like, thank you, Lakeisha. It was almost like Robin, like it was her way of trying to coerce Ashley or something like, oh, so you said that you were in the bathroom and you didn't see anything, right? Like, okay, like, ooh, girl, like, what if that's not what I said? And so she says, well, no, I wrote a character witness statement, not a witness statement to the incident. Oh, so you're going to assassinate her character. Okay, first of all, let's not act like Candace, doesn't assassinate her own character almost every time she opens her effing mouth. But yeah, it was like the fact that you're running it by them. I did not like that. I don't like the tone that a lot of these girls. It's like they're checking in, with the house mom or something. Like, is it okay if I do this? I didn't like that conversation. I didn't like that conversation. But yeah, y'all, I'm so over all of this. And but Candace, I'm waiting to see what Candace's reaction is when Ashley tells her to her face. I'm waiting to see, and then I guess that's the whole fuck you, Ashley. You did that, you said that, or whatever. And I kind of feel though like Ashley is looking forward to having the face-to-face conversation with Candace about it. I kind of feel like inside Ashley's gonna be like, yeah, girl, I sure did. I wrote it, I said it, ain't nothing you can do about it. You ain't gonna get none of Monique's money. Yeah, like I feel like inside, like Ashley's gonna be like kind of like holding back a smile when she has that face-to-face with Candace. And I mean, yeah, and Giselle saying, well, now your friendship with Candace is zero. And like, Giselle, that Ashley doesn't care, right? Like, that's why she did this in the first place. Ashley don't give a damn if Candace, doesn't like her. Ashley doesn't like Candace. These, like we keep saying, this is the same bitch. Ashley and Candace are the same motherfucking person. They don't like each other. So yeah, they'll like slick pretend or whatever, so they can film a scene. They don't want to be the next one to be iced out, so they'll keep it cordial and but these girls don't like each other. So no, Ashley's not worried at all. Ashley's not worried. She's not worried. She's hoping that Candace is pressed. She's hoping that Candace is angry. Let's see. Ashley was more than happy to help Monique. Yeah, to put Candace as in her place. More than happy. Absolutely. Shoot, I wouldn't be surprised if Monique didn't even have to call her. Ashley, hey, if you're gonna countersue, I'll hook you up with a character reference. You want me to do that? Like she actually probably waiting on the phone call. Picked up before it even rang. Let's see. Georgia says, right, these girls are stepping up to the Atlanta Heifers. Oh yeah, for sure. I'm already like ready for Atlanta to be over with. Like, because so much has happened, and I hate like social media. It's great and it can be tiring when it comes to these reality shows because so much of what's supposed to happen on the upcoming season plays out in social media before the show ever comes. So we kind of feel like we've already seen half of the season before the first episode even airs. So it's just like, and they are getting a little bit tired. I wonder how this little difference in cast shakeup is going to, what kind of effect that's going to have on the show. But I'm really enjoying the Potomac girls. It's a lot of drama. The girls are not likable, but that's what makes for a show. You have to have villains. You have to have someone to root for. So like it can't be just a cast of 7 women we all love all the time. It can never be that, right? Well, shoot. Thick girl 40 says Ashley probably helped Monique find the good expensive lawyer. Well, that was one thing that Monique probably didn't actually need help with because Monique and Ashley, they're the ones whose their husbands are paid. Their husbands are paid, and that was another reason that Candace, and that's that. I don't know. I know that that's another point of contention between Ashley and Candace, and it was very funny to me when Candace tried to accuse Ashley of being paid by Monique to take her side. And Ashley says, well, what do I need to be paid for? My husband's already a millionaire, with Candace's broke ass husband sitting right there next to her. I know she didn't like that. I know Candace didn't like that. How could you like that? Well, not for long, Candace says. And yeah, so don't tell me about your PTSD coming out of getting beat up by Monique, because if you really did have PTSD, you'd probably stop running your mouth the way you were. That caused you to get bopped upside the head in the first place. You would probably switch up the way you talked if you really did have some kind of PTSD behind, getting your wig snatched and getting bopped. But you don't, because the way you talk to people is still the same, girl. And somebody else gonna go upside your head, and it's gonna be worse. I just see that in your future. Call me Miss Cleo. Calling me now. Let's see. I know that's why she got a good experience. Oh, yeah, Candace. Yeah, because everybody's saying that Candace hired some ambulance chasing lawyer, some ambulance chaser of a lawyer, and Monique has like the best, defense attorney in all of the DMV area. So it's just like, yeah, I think that Monique is going to come out of this okay. Let's see here. I hate that she wrote the statement against Candace. I don't understand how one person deserves to go to jail over the other when they both contributed to the fight. Well, I think that that's, to me, the point was that nobody should go to jail. I don't think that Candace was ever in danger of going to jail. Hi, is it Aisha J? Or is it Aisha J? Or Aisha J? Or am I saying it completely wrong? Let me know. But yeah, I don't think that Candace was ever in danger of going to jail. I think that the whole point was we don't want Monique to go to jail. And I personally did not have a problem with her writing a statement. I don't have a problem with Candace, suing Monique or trying to. But at the same time, Candace has to realize this is America. If one can sue, then one can be countersued as well. Okay, Aisha. Okay. And so that's just the way that this, criminal system works. And, a lot of the times the winner is not necessarily the one who was innocent, but the one who has, the best defense, the one who can provide the better attorney. And Candace, that's not you in this situation. So, that's just the way it goes. So she was taking a gamble, and it looks like it just didn't pay off the way that she thought that it would go. Yeah, that's why I took it. That's how I took it, like just keep her out of jail, keep Monique out of jail. What she did, I don't think that any of them should end up in jail. But I don't think that even with Monique going upside Candace's head, that's not a jail worthy ass whipping. Like she ain't get her that well. But yeah, I don't want to see Monique in jail. So I'm fine with it all going down. I just want it to be over. I would like, ideally, for Monique and Candace to be able to sit down and have a talk with each other and stop allowing Giselle to pit them against each other. Because if they would have just talked things through, and that makes me angry with both of them. because they both just took Giselle's words at face value, ran with it, and then started going at each other. And Giselle just sitting back laughing like a fucking, thick neck puppeteer. I'm so tired of Giselle. I'm tired of her. Um, Candace is too child. Yeah, Candace is very childish. Yeah, she doesn't understand. Clearly, it was too childish to understand the concept of a countersuit, or else she would have been going off, in front of her husband. This hood rat bitch, this disgusting, calling her all these, she loves coming up with the hood rat ghetto, anything, poverty related. She loves to connect all those things to Monique when she's mad at her. And I think that just again speaks to Candace and just her elitist way of thinking. And it sucks because I think that Candace does that because Monique didn't come from money the way that Candace did. But I said it before and I'll say it again. Candace, is not how you start, it's how you finish. You started out in a family, with two parents with professional degrees and were able to give you the world. And Monique did not start out that way. Monique says she came from, a little bit hood, right? Okay, well, here we are now. You're both grown women, and it looks like you married some hood white guy who didn't have anything to offer you. Candace married a man who has more money than your parents ever had, and she's doing all right for herself. So, it sounds like you're jealous, but it sounds like you want to keep this girl in the hood because that's where she came from and you didn't. But, all of your upbringing didn't get you anywhere other than on the same platform that she is, but only with less money because she married better than you, which, the way that you came up, it seems like you would have had access to a better class of man than you decided to end up with. You married a restaurant manager. Candace married a restaurant manager. Monique married an ex-NFL player. She married a baller. Oh, well, in every sense of the word. Let's see here. Yeah, Candace is jealous. Yeah, and I agree. Monique was looking for a fight. But Candace is not a victim. Like, I don't feel sorry. Like I said, I don't feel sorry for Candace or Monique. I only feel sorry for Karen because I think that she loved both of those girls, and I kind of feel like she took them both in because they are the brown girls. I think that she knows how, some of them light-skinned women, like we said, we've talked about the colorism aspect. They can get away with some shit that these brown-skinned girls can't. And I think that Karen gravitated to them because Karen has a brown-skinned daughter. Karen has a dark-skinned daughter. And I think that that's probably part of the thing that endeared her to both of these, younger women, these women younger than herself. Yeah, Carolyn, 100%. Candace is jealous. Candace is jealous of look at how she's acting with Monique and with Ashley, the two who have rich husbands. And it seems like Candace very much loves being rich, or loved, coming from money. But, you should have married better. You should have taken advantage of some of those, men you were around in your upbringing and landed one of them instead of the guy you got. I don't know what else to say for you. Let's see. What else? Oh yeah. When Ashley is having the conversation at the pool with the girls about writing the character witness statement, and Robin is like, "Well, I would have preferred that you would have just written a statement in favor of Monique instead of against Candace." Well, Robin, nobody gives a fuck what you would have preferred. Like, are you the judge? Are you going to be on the jury? Are you somebody's defense attorney? Are you, a paralegal? Like, why are we listening to what the hell Robin prefers? Robin, we prefer that you not sell these hats from China that cost you $3.42 for $29.99 on your website, but we can't get that. So, girl, stop. Like, we don't care. But those are the only notes that I have on the show. Like, if I miss anything, y'all can feel free to call in, tell me all about it. I'll look through some comments, and I guess we'll cut this off at 2 hours even. So we got about 12 minutes to go. I was about to say 12 hours. Child, please. Let's see here. We'll take it. Let me see. Who said something about, thick girl? She married a broke, discolored eggplant having man. Right? Well, oh gosh. Mm-mm-mm. And since Thick Girl 40 is from Color Me Pink's channel, then she knows Color Me Pink called him, and I love it, her barbecue ass husband. You get what you get, girl. That's what you asked for. So let's see here. Um, Yes. Now, Black Beautiful Love is agreeing with me on something. I don't know what it is, but you're right. Let's see. Yeah, exactly. I mean, hey, Asia J, she should have married better. What can I say? Because I mean, to me, that seems like her biggest problem with other women. Because she doesn't have no problem with broke ass Giselle. She don't have no problem with broke ass Robin. She don't have no problem with broke ass Wendy. Wendy has all those degrees, but Wendy had to pay for those degrees somehow, some way, and Wendy's still paying for those degrees. Word on the curb is at least that she's over $1 million in debt, in student loan debt for all those degrees. So Candace is mad at the girls who have money. So she should have married better. She still can. Shoot, if I were her, rather than trying to make a baby with a man, rather than trying to make a fourth baby with a man who's not taking care of the other three he already has, I'd be running for the hills. I'd be running for the hills. But, child, look, that's just me. I just think it's so funny, how these women, you get with this man who you see has a pattern of not taking care of his children, but I guess what, because you are, you're better than those women, then he's gonna stick around and take care of yours. Girl, please. Chris is waiting for you to make some money so he can live large. I don't think Chris is trying to have any. I mean, I'd be surprised if Chris is trying to have any more kids. I'd be surprised. And if he does, I'd be surprised. Even with Candace having what she has going for her with this television show, I'd still be surprised if he, stuck around, because he just seems to have a pattern of not taking care of his kids. But congratulations, girl. I mean, whatever. I hope that single does very well. And it's a cute little bop. But yeah. Let's see. I'm looking to see. Yeah, that's what I believe. Aisha J says that Chris was looking for a sugar mama. And the funny thing is, he didn't find it in his wife. He actually found it in his wife's mama. It's not that Candace is a sugar mama, because Candace seems to be just about as broke as Chris, especially without this show. Maybe her hair extension line was supposed to have been popping and everything before the show came, but we don't even hear about Candace's hair extension line anymore. Chris is sitting up there waiting for Candace's mama to take care of them. That y'all see how laid back Chris is. He's never worried about anything. He's just like, girl, your mama direct deposit is gonna hit on the 12th, and I'm gonna be chilling, and I'm gonna make you some excellent food. That's all. Chris is not worried about a damn thing. Okay, hey Darnell. Okay, a sugar grandmother. Exactly. Look, y'all tell me what grown ass man marries a woman and then they go and buy this property together, but your mother wants her own floor in our 3-story house. Well, that's okay because she's paying a third of the mortgage. What grown ass man is okay with this arrangement? Wouldn't you just downsize your house so we can just get something that just the two of us can have, and know your mother doesn't need to be, thinking she can just have free reign of our house just because she's in town? Like, yes, we'll have a guest room, and when she comes to visit, she can stay there. She can stay in there. But no, like, yeah, it was okay with him because she's helping pay these bills. That's not a man. That's not marriage. I don't know what that is. And it's so funny because Candace loves talking about, calling people ghetto. Like, that's some ghetto shit. Like, oh baby, my mama gonna come through with, with the electricity bill this month. Like, what in the hell? What in the hell? Right? Like, come on now. Yeah, sugar mama in law. you know? He's not coming up with anything, so he's fine with it. He's fine. Mm-mm. What grown ass man marries a woman, then moves into her mother's house? Yeah, yeah. I mean that's what happened. That's what happened. A broke ass man. Thank you. White men are patient when they want something. He's waiting for her inheritance. And she might be draining her mother dry. That's why her mom telling her to go and sue Monique. Her mom's tired of it. You know, there might not be much of an inheritance. He might have to hook up with him another Potomac beauty. You know. But yeah, I mean, I'm with you, Miss Chocolate Divine. That's just a tacky situation. How am I have Mama? We bought this house, but I mean we really like it and it's really nice, but we can't like afford all of it. Can you like hook us up with 4,000 for the month? Cause like come on, and you're married. Like it's one thing, because here was the thing, actually, when Candace first started on the show, I appreciated seeing the black girl being taken care of by a parent, the black girl who comes from a family with means being taken care of by a parent, because nobody blinks an eye when grown ass white kids are taken care of by their wealthy parents. No one blinks an eye if a 30-year-old white man has parents who are a millionaire and they buy him a house, they buy him a car, they pay for his lifestyle. Nobody blinks an eye. No one. And so when Candace came on and it was her mother who was doing that for her, I was cool with it. But then I thought that with Chris being in the situation and then them getting married, that would cut off the like, no, we don't want your mom's money. I'm going to provide for you. You're my wife. I'm going to, sell my cookbooks. I'm going to open a restaurant. I'm going to use this platform to grow my own empire and take care of my woman. And that's not what happened. But I didn't have a problem with her being taken care of by her mother. If a parent has the means, that's what they want to do for their children. I never had a problem with that. The girl says I can do bad by myself. I don't need no man. I don't need to help. I don't need no help to starve to death. Thank you. Exactly. And it's not like, Candace is in danger of starving, and she's not poor people poor, she's rich people poor, and she's still trying to live a lifestyle that, her husband is not able to provide for her, and that she doesn't seem to be able to provide for herself, which it makes me wonder what these girls are earning. Because I know that, from what I understand anyway, they're not getting the kind of money that we would hear about the housewives, like where Sheree was the lowest earning housewife, but she was still pulling in about 500,000 a season, and the top earning housewife was getting a little over 2 million, and everybody else is falling somewhere, 800,000, 1.2 million, whatever. I don't think that these girls are getting that kind of salary. And I hope that they're not, because if they're not, then Robin Dixon surely cannot manage money. Because if they're making anything close to what Atlanta is, Robin should not have these tax debts. And they should have been able to move out of that townhouse. Like Robin lives like us. Robin lives like us. A comfortable townhouse is nothing, it's nothing like she's living in the ghetto, Candace. Oh God, God forbid. But she lives, a pretty regular person lifestyle. So either she's super bad with money, or there was a whole lot of debt before that she's still trying to get out. But Robin, lives like us. There's nothing fabulous about Robin's life. And I think that that's part of the reason why the brand wants to hang on to Monique, because that was supposed to be the appeal of the whole housewives idea. Every franchise, these women living these extravagant lifestyles, and Monique and Ashley are about the only ones. But like Monique's house alone, that epitomizes what the housewife brand is, so they want that. They still want that represented. They get rid of Monique and they just got a bunch of broke hoes arguing with each other. What is that? Like, we can watch Love and Hip Hop if we want to see that, let's see. Let's see if there are any other comments, because we're almost done. We got about 2 minutes in case anybody wants to call. What the girl say? She lives she lives in those new tiny houses. Look, I like the idea of those little tiny houses. I'm not gonna lie. If I didn't have pets and if I had to move out of Texas or something and like live in some place that was some city that was super expensive, I would have considered the little tiny houses. Gosh. Yes, yes, Black people love Giselle and Robin set up everyone, and the only one who sees through this is Karen. Yes, and Karen is like, I've had enough. I'm calling these heifers out on all their BS. Karen has had enough, and I appreciate Karen for that. She's letting the girls have it, and they deserve it. They deserve it. I'm just angry that Candace and Monique didn't have the foresight to see through it. If they could have seen through the BS, they'd still be friends today. And Robin and Giselle have to go play with somebody else, and I don't know who she find to play with, but man, I wish they would have been able to see through it. I hate seeing these two, before Wendy came, the only two brown skinned girls going at each other like this, and the light skinned green eye heifers just sitting back laughing. I hate it. I hate it. Georgia says, I like a man to be a man, not make one. That's too much work. And I and have to listen to my mama's mouth. No. Right? But shoot, Christine's perfectly comfortable with the whole situation. Thank you, Darnell. You just spoke a word. Hallelujah. That's going to be what the word we're going to close on. He said they mad because Monique's guest house is bigger than the houses they live in. Thank you. Her guest house and her guest house at her lake house is better than your real house, like than your house. Like my guest house at my lake house is better than your house. Go through. You know what? Yeah. That is why Giselle's hated Monique from day one, because she thought she was shading this dark-skinned girl who didn't have any homes, when in fact, no. And we'll end it on this note. Monique for homes. Wendy for degrees. Robin $4. Okay. That's all I got for this one, y'all. I truly appreciate y'all coming in and tuning in. And I was so glad to get the call from the Princess Francois. Georgia, we are praying for you, y'all. Pray for Georgia. She lets us know that she's experienced some deaths in her family as of late. And so we are just praying. I'm not very far from San Antonio right now. I'm from Houston originally. I never say exactly where I am, but I'll tell you this. I'm in a military town in Texas, and there's only a few. San Antonio is actually one of them, but I'm not far from San Antonio right now myself. And if you ever win anything from me, you'll have my return address, and I'm sure you'll be able to figure it out, because I do put my post office address on my when people win something. Girl, the four. This is the tale of four. For homes, 4 degrees, and $4, baby. But thank y'all for chilling with me. I'm going to get off of here. You want a military man, girl? You think you do? I mean, not that. Look, they're not all bad, and they do look good in their uniforms. But a lot of these military guys go through a lot of severe mental anguish and damage. So just be careful if that's the route that you're determined to go. Miss Chocolate says she want one too. Y'all be careful, because they know how to kill you and bury you and make you disappear. So y'all be careful with that. Get a lower ranking one. and grow with him. Don't start with a general. Come up missing, girl. No. Y'all just be careful though. I had fun as usual. Tomorrow we'll be on with Shar, and we're gonna talk about Pastor what's his name? Adventure's husband, Pastor John Gray, and his cheating ass and his apology. And then we're going to just talk about cheating pastors in general, so we can bring Jamal into the conversation. And we're also going to talk about just cheating in general, because Pastor John says that it was just an emotional affair, not a sexual affair. And so we're going to get into the question, is an emotional affair as bad or worse than a sexual affair, or vice versa? We're going to talk about cheating and pastors and everything in between tomorrow. And Shar is going to be our guest tomorrow. And y'all just stay tuned and always look at my community tab. Click my notification bell. If you're not getting notifications, unsubscribe, resubscribe, and click it again. Sometimes that works. But other than that, I'm always going to put something in my community tab so that you'll know when I'm streaming. I'm gonna give at least 2 hours notice, but I'll try to like put something up around like early afternoon, 2 o'clock-ish or so, to let you know when I'm going to stream that night. All right. I will talk to y'all later. I don't watch the Braxtons. I've never seen the Braxtons, and I know the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City just started. I might look and see if I can get into that, because the thought that was actually one of the topics I wanted to talk about, that girl who's married to her step grandfather. The thought of that is very intriguing to me, thick girl, and so I might look at it. If y'all are interested, and there's an interest, and I can do reviews and get people in here talking about it, I might do that, because I'm just curious to see this black girl married to her grandfather. Yuck. I actually, that was my second choice for a topic for tomorrow, but shoot, we might still talk about it later this week. I mean, maybe I'll go on and catch up with it, and maybe we can talk about it Wednesday, or Friday or Saturday, maybe. But yeah, I'm gonna look into it though. Thank y'all all for being here. I appreciate you all. Wait, they have a child. I didn't know they had a child. The Real Queen Sierra. I did not know they had a child. Okay, I'm like disgusted right now. So thank you everybody for coming. Lady B, Lady Yana, my moderators. The Real Queen Sierra, thick girl. Who's my caller? Princess Francois. We had some men coming in tonight. That was nice to see. Beautiful Black Love, Miss Chocolate Divine, Darnell came through. I always appreciate seeing Darnell. Aisha J, if I got it right. Carolyn Ben up in this live stream. I appreciate you all. I love seeing y'all. Georgia, we are praying for you. So just keep us posted on what you can, what you feel free to share. Lisa Prize, thank you. My members were in the house, and I do appreciate seeing y'all. Real Entertainment News shouted us out, and so and some of y'all subscribe to them, and I will go check out Real Entertainment News. I appreciate you all for being here. Thank you so much, y'all. Have yourselves a good night. Keep yourselves safe, and take care of yourselves. Shower the people you love with love, and check on your strong friends. And I'm counting down from 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good night, y'all.